morning, guys. Welcome back to our off-grid cabin build on our homestead in North Idaho. Today we're going to be installing our propane stove and our refrigerator here. Jules is getting all the plastic off and getting the fridge set up, and I'm going to be running the black steel pipe for the stove here and also for the rest of the house. So we'll get busted on that right now. This right here is the pipe that we've got, and right here, what's cool is if you go to Home Depot, they will cut it for you. It's much cheaper to buy a 10-foot length and have them cut it to the exact lengths that you need, rather than just buy 2-foot pieces or 4-foot pieces and put them together, right? So we bought two 10-foot lengths, had them cut one of them up for the pieces that we needed. We just bought all the fittings, so we'll be putting that stuff together right now. We're gonna pre-fit some stuff up here, and then we'll go down in the crawl space and put the other parts together. Pipe wrenches were like ice outside, so just put them on the wood stove, get them warmed up. That's nice. Not too hot, but not freezing cold either. Right in here, we've got a lot of the stuff we need. Hangers for the pipes downstairs. This is right here is the flexible gas connection pipe. What else we got in here? 12-inch, half-inch nipple coming up through the floor. Then a bunch of different fittings. Wow, lots of fittings. Look at that. Oh, gas valve. More fittings. And a couple plugs. And then 6-inch 3/4-inch nipple. This refrigerator right here uses 430 kilowatts per year. This is an Energy Star fridge, and we went this route rather than getting a DC fridge or propane refrigerator because of the price difference. And I'll go into more detail about refrigeration and off-grid situations in future videos, but that's the fridge we got. All right, let's see what we can put together here and pre-assemble up here where it's warm. All right, so you want to use some pipe dope here, the yellow stuff. This specifically says it's for gas pipe. So you want to use this. They want to see the yellow, apparently, inspectors. I'm not an expert, guys. That's just what they said. So they want to see yellow. Then they'll know you use the right stuff. So we can pre-assemble this for sure. Okay. That'll go down through the floor. And it's gonna go into this reducer here. Right here. And that is going into a T, actually. Way. Yep. But that can't go on there first. Thumb and knucklehead. That it has to stay like that. But this part can go into the reducer. Yeah. Okay. This is going to go down here. This is our sediment trap right here. It'll go underneath it down in the crawl space. So we'll go ahead and put the cap on this. Whew. Okay, good. So this then will go into here. That. So I guess we could put it in there now. Doesn't really matter. Save us some time down there in the cold crawl space. Right? It's beautiful. These two go together with the T. And there's a plug that goes in here because we're not ready to do the hot water heater where it's going to be permanently mounted. So we're just going to plug this guy. Then later we'll come off of it for the hot water heater. Alright, we got a plug in here. On this end right here, there is another T. We're just putting the T's on hand tight. We'll finish up tightening them down there to make sure everything is in alignment. But this T right here, for one, it makes a 90 in the pipe to go down to the stove. Number two, it is a place where we can connect to for like a propane furnace or something in the future, some other future use. We'll be able to come off of here with it. So we're just plugging that one too. So this guy right here is actually gonna stick out of the house, come down, hot water heater, come down here to the kitchen stove. This right here is the tap off for something in the future. Let's cruise down into the crawl space, and this is gonna be a surprise for you guys. Bam, look at that. It's so dry down here now. Jules and the kids did an awesome job of putting down this plastic. We've still got to put it up on the walls up here, right, like this, so it's folded over right here, and then that'll fold up the wall and be attached up here. But the adhesive that we have says it needs to be above 40 degrees to use it properly. And so it is, it's like 40, 42 right down in here, just depends on the day. And so we're just gonna wait till summer to do that and put it up, so make sure it attaches to the wall really good. But this thing is working so good down here. It's so dry now. Look, you can see the moisture that it's holding back right there. Look at that. That would be coming up into the crawl space. All of this right here. It's wet. So it's working like it's supposed to. There's our valve right there. That's the nipple coming down, the 12-inch nipple coming down for the valve right there. So we're gonna run it straight down this way and then go out right over there. So right here is where our, what's it called? It's called the 12-inch nipple, I guess, for the stove comes down. So we'll go ahead and put a little fresh pipe dope on there. I'm still kind of trying to figure out the best way to use these guys. I haven't used pipe wrenches a whole lot. It just hasn't been part of my work experience, right? So this one, we want to go this way, right? This one, we want to go this way, like that, maybe. There we go. Yeah, there's an X right here. That's where the valve is, the side the valve is on, where I want the valve. So I want it right about there, which means we need to get this pointing due north. Yeah, I think that'll do it. All right, so we got a little blue cap on here. Comes from the factory that way. Toss that down by the opening so we don't forget it. Let's see here. All right. Put some yellow stuff on here. Some pipe dope. All right. This guy's gonna go right in here. Yeah, like that. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. Whew. Now we got a strap here. We're gonna just strap it up. All right, perfect, guys. Look at that, dude. That's so awesome. Look at that. Bam, buddy. Isn't that cool, right? You don't have to be a professional to do this stuff, guys. I know the pros can do it faster, but I mean, come on, you're screwing pipes together, right? Yeah, you may use the wrench backwards. You may put too much Teflon tape on, or, you know, little things like that, guys. But trust me, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. You don't need to hire somebody to do this stuff. It's not rocket science. We were just down there, fitting that part in. Now we're down here, where we want to go ahead and go out that wall. Whoa, look at that mold, guys. I was trying to hide that from you. Not really. But yeah, lots of mold up there because we didn't get this plastic down fast enough. So there's a lesson for you guys, man. You guys want to do this? Get your plastic down before like it starts getting cold in the fall. Because what happened was the moisture coming up out of the ground underneath the house, right? The house underneath the house is actually way warmer than it is outside. It's like 20 degrees outside today, but down here it's like 40, okay? So that moisture comes up out of the ground, right? The floor up here is warm, but that rim joist is ice cold. So that moisture comes up, it condenses on the rim joist, and then it's wet and it gets mold. And so we've already come through here and sprayed it with, I think it's called microbium. It kills mold. And then later this summer, when we finish up the plastic here, we'll come through and we'll clean all that mold up and get rid of it all. But yeah, that's all dead mold now. It's not live anymore. All right, so what do we need to do here? We need to measure this guy and get it straight. All right, so we were 4 feet, 1/2 inch over here to the center of the pipe. Whoa, all right, man, we're only 1/2 inch off. Okay, let's go ahead and loosen this guy up here. Get it moved over where it needs to be. There we go. All right. That ought to be good. Now we got this guy here. We need to go that way. We're gonna go out that floor joist there. And so look at that. I put this guy on here. Thankfully, I only put it on hand tight because that was the wrong move, man. Can't do that. Don't do that. Okay, I won't. It's gonna go like this right here so we can come off of here later and maybe put a furnace over there or something. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future to this house. But this way, it'll be available in case we want to, or our kids want to, or our who knows what's gonna happen, right? Somebody can add to it if they want to. See, so then this piece right here this is for the hot water heater, right? So it's gonna go right out there, ding, and come right through here, like that, right to like that. Drill bit. Yeah, we got a hole out there. It goes out there, bam, just like that. This guy's gonna have to be lowered a little bit. I wonder what the relationship is between the word dope, right? As in pipe dope, dope as in the drug you use, or dope as in a not intelligent person. Like, why all three of those the same word dope? What's the relationship between them? How did that come about? And which one was first? Oh no. Oh no. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. My master plan of being over prepared in here is not gonna work. I gotta take the plug out. That's all right though. It's just a little bit. Just trying to save ourselves some extra work down here. But it turned out kind of funky. So if you guys know about the relationship between those words, let me know. We got the pipe outside, and now we need to work on getting the regulator ready, which will actually connect to the propane tank. So that's what we got. This is going to connect to the pipe so we can point the regulator whatever direction we want, and it won't just like stick out away from the house far. We need to have a nipple here, which will then connect to this shutoff valve right here. So it's gonna be like this. Maybe going up. I'm not exactly sure yet. We'll have to see when we get out there what fits best. Then we have a reducer from the 3/4 inch down to a 3/8 because this is the regulator that we're using. It's actually an RV regulator. It's rated for 160,000 BTUs, which is really quite a bit if you think about it. We could run our entire house off of this regulator easy. One burner on our stove, I think, is like 10,000 or less BTUs, so it's plenty big. I'll put a link down in the description for the regulator and stuff, but this is a two-stage, ooh, slippery, two-stage regulator. And so we've got our inlet right here and our outlet right here. And so our outlet then is going to screw into this 3/8 inch pipe like that. Okay. So it's, I mean, it's kind of a big unit here, but we've got a shutoff valve here so we can change tanks and stuff and not worry about it. Then we've got this hose right here. I'll put a link to this hose as well down in the description. But we've got this hose here. I'll show you how it works. It's got some wire ties on it here. All right, 36-inch hose, and it's got a little rubber cap on the end here to protect it. This guy then actually goes into here. It doesn't go into there. I had to change out the hose for a different fitting here to connect into the regulator, but I'll put a link to this hose down in the description as well, in case you're wanting to do the same thing. So this guy right here, this is a vertical regulator. You can get it vertical or horizontal. So it could go this way if it was a horizontal, but it's a vertical, so we're gonna line it up this way. And that way it'll keep it up more out of the snow. If we're not here, we don't pay attention and the snow starts to build up. Vertical would have been good. Went down, but... All right. You don't want to pull on this part. It's just cheap aluminum, so it could break. All right, here we go, man. Look at that, dude. That's so cool. Shut off valve right here. Bam. You might want to think about using copper for this because potentially, right, an animal could eat this. I doubt that's going to happen, but it could. Think about it. How many animals have ever eaten your barbecue hose? Never, right? Yeah. We went with this fitting right here instead of your standard RV fitting because if we want to go to a bigger bottle at some point, the bigger bottles actually take this type of fitting that screws into it. And it comes with this little plastic thing to make it kind of like a hand tightener. Done. Dude, we got gas. Bam. We got gas in the house. So we're just gonna bleed the air out. Okay, got the air out. That's good. This is the hose that's gonna connect to the wall. This is the fitting that goes into the stove. And then this is a cool little safety valve that came, it all came as a kit, right? These three things all came as a kit. But this guy right here, it's kind of like a check valve, but it's not a check valve. It's like a overflow valve, or I don't know what you call it exactly. Basically, what it means is if this thing breaks, say like you pull the stove out too fast or too hard and you bust this line, this is gonna stop the gas from just gushing out. Watch. Listen to this. It'll come out slow, but if I try to blow fast, it'll stop. Okay? That's basically what it does. It keeps the gas from just gushing out. So we'll put that in too. Not required in Idaho, apparently, but it came with the kit, so we'll put it in. A little bit of pipe dope here. Gotta love the pipe dope. This is just like a compression fitting, I guess you call it. You don't need pipe dope on that. This one right here then goes into the stove. Right over here. Right in this little slot. Right there. See that? There's threads right in there. Alright, so we got our pipe dope on there. Just cleaned it off to make sure we didn't have any on the inside. Then screw her in here. This is an aluminum valve in here, so you don't want to over tighten it. Otherwise, you could split that bad boy. All right, then we just want to take this guy, put her on here. Okay. Now we'll turn the gas on. Gas is on. Leak test in here. And over here. All right, Jules, let's go ahead and give it a test. Yeah. You got 3 different size burners. So this is the big one, like the most heat, 12,000 BTUs. These two right here are medium burners. They're like 9,500 BTUs. And then this is a little guy back here, is only 5,000 BTUs. So let's give it a try here and see if it starts. Basically, I think you push it in, turn it. Ooh, bam.
Sweet.
Turn it back to whatever height you want it. Now we gotta check the oven. And you gotta check it with the broiler door open to look at the flames. That's pretty much how they're supposed to look. Before we wrap up this stove video, guys, I want to show you something that I think is pretty impressive. Check this out. Clean the snow off of the woodshed. Look at that, man. It is piled up all the way to the roof. There is an insane amount of snow out there, guys. Let me tell you about this stove here real quick, and we'll wrap this up. We got the stove installed. Cooked a tasty quesadilla on it today. We've been using it for about a week now. Check it out. Bam, it works great. And this, guys, is an off-grid GE stove, right? It's a GE High Point. Check it out right down here. Bam, right here. This is the battery compartment right there. It takes a 9-volt alkaline battery. No need for electricity to run this stove. That is awesome. Like I said earlier, guys, I will put links down in the description to the regulator, the hose, and the stove. You want to see more about what's going on our homestead, there's a video right over there that you might like to check out. Otherwise, I hope you have a really great day. Keep smiling, and I'll see you over in that video in just a second.